There will be times in your life when no one believes in your vision, when no one stands beside you, and when the world seems silent to your cries for support. But that's when the truth reveals itself. You were never meant to wait for approval. You were meant to rise alone. Doing it alone doesn't mean you hate others. It doesn't mean you isolate yourself from the world. It means you have finally discovered that your destiny is not a group project. It's your responsibility. It's your fight. It's your mission. And sometimes walking that road alone is exactly what builds the strength you've been praying for. Most people want company in their comfort zone, but very few have the courage to walk alone in the unknown. When you decide to do something meaningful, something that challenges the limits of your soul, don't expect a crowd to cheer you on. The applause comes after success. The silence comes before it. You see, the great ones, those who left a mark on history, they all walked a lonely path. When no one believed in them, they believed in themselves. When the doors closed, they built their own. When the world said, "It's impossible," they whispered to themselves, "Just watch me." You have to understand, solitude is not weakness, it's training. It's in those quiet hours when no one's watching, no one's clapping, and no one's helping, that your true character is forged. The strength to endure, the discipline to persist, the courage to keep moving, those are all born in solitude. Stop waiting for someone to join your journey before you take the first step. Stop waiting for a friend, a mentor, or a partner to validate your dream. The world doesn't reward those who wait, it rewards those who act. The truth is, sometimes you have to walk alone just to prove to yourself that you can. Yes, it will be lonely. There will be nights filled with doubt and days where you question everything. You will feel invisible, forgotten, misunderstood. But remember this, diamonds form under pressure, not comfort. The struggle is shaping you into someone unbreakable. Every lonely night, every painful step, every silent battle is building the foundation of the person you are destined to become. Doing it alone teaches you to trust yourself. It teaches you that you don't need external validation to keep moving. It teaches you to build your own fire when the world goes cold. Because once you've walked through the storm alone, you'll realize you don't fear storms anymore. You've become one. And when success finally comes, when people begin to notice, when they finally see the results, they'll call you lucky. Not knowing the battles you fought in silence, they'll admire your glow, but they'll never understand the darkness that created it. So, if you're walking alone right now, keep walking. You're not behind, you're ahead. You're not weak. You're being prepared. You're not lost, you're being refined. The loneliness you feel today will become your greatest strength tomorrow. One day, you'll look back and thank yourself for not giving up when no one cared. You'll thank yourself for staying consistent when no one was watching. You'll thank yourself for walking alone, because that's what made you unstoppable. So stand tall, even if you stand alone. Move forward, even if no one follows. Believe in your vision, even if no one sees it yet. Because one day, the same people who doubted you will quote your words, follow your path, and call you an inspiration. You don't need permission to become great. You don't need validation to rise. You just need courage, the courage to do it alone. There comes a point in every person's life when they must come face to face with the truth that no one else can walk their path for them. You can have people who support you, people who love you, and people who wish you the best, but when it comes to building your dreams, your journey is yours alone. No one else can feel your passion. No one else can carry your vision. And no one else can fight your battles the way you must. You have to understand that destiny is deeply personal. It's not something you can share, delegate, or transfer. The vision that burns in your heart was placed there for a reason, for you to fulfill. Too many people spend years waiting for others to join them before they start, waiting for a perfect team, a perfect moment, or a perfect sign. But here's the reality, that perfect alignment never comes. You have to begin with what you have, where you are, and who you are, even if it means doing it alone. The greatest trap in life is believing that you need someone else to make you whole or to make your dream possible. People may encourage you. They may walk with you for a while, but they can't carry your purpose. The road to greatness is often narrow, filled with moments of silence, doubt, and uncertainty, and many will not have the courage to walk that path with you. That's not rejection, that's direction. It's life's way of saying, this one is for you to conquer. When you walk alone, you begin to learn things about yourself that you could never learn in a crowd. You learn how strong you really are. You learn how to depend on your own effort, your own decisions, your own faith. You learn how to rise without being pushed, how to believe without being reminded, and how to keep moving when no one is cheering. That's where real growth happens. Solitude is not punishment, it's preparation. It's in those moments of isolation that you build the foundation of your strength. You become more self-aware, more resilient, more focused. When the noise fades, you can finally hear the quiet voice within, the one that tells you not to quit, the one that reminds you of who you truly are. Most people never get to hear that voice because they are too distracted by the opinions of others. But when you walk alone, you give yourself the space to listen, to grow, and to lead yourself forward. There will be times when loneliness feels unbearable, when it feels like no one understands your struggles or your vision. You'll question yourself. You'll wonder if it's worth it. You'll want to give up. But remember this, every person who ever achieved something extraordinary once felt the same way. They all had to go through seasons of being misunderstood, doubted, and left behind. But those very seasons were what shaped their strength and defined their legacy. When you choose to keep walking, even when no one else does, you step into a different level of power. You stop seeking validation, and you start creating impact. You stop waiting for permission, and you start writing your own story. The truth is, most people will only support you once they can see the results. They'll call you lucky. But they'll never see the lonely nights, the quiet sacrifices, or the countless failures that built your success. But you will. And that's what makes it all worth it. Understand that walking alone doesn't mean you're isolated from love or connection. It simply means you're strong enough to continue, even when you're not surrounded by support. It means you've realized that not everyone who starts with you will finish with you. And that's okay. Some people are lessons, some are blessings, and some are only meant to walk with you for a chapter, not the whole story. Your journey is sacred. Protect it. Don't let fear, doubt, or loneliness steal the purpose planted inside you. Don't trade your vision for temporary comfort. You were not meant to blend in. You were meant to stand out. You were not meant to follow. You were meant to lead. And leaders often walk paths no one else can see until the destination becomes clear to everyone. So when you feel alone, remember that you are not lost. You are simply walking ahead of those who haven't caught up yet. Keep moving. Keep believing. Keep fighting. Every step you take alone is shaping a version of you that is stronger, wiser, and unstoppable. One day, you'll look back on this season and realize that the very moments you felt abandoned were the moments you were being built. You'll see that what you thought was loneliness was actually transformation. You'll understand that doing it alone wasn't a curse. It was a calling. So walk boldly. Trust the process. Don't wait for the world to understand your journey before you begin. Your purpose doesn't require approval. It requires action, courage, and faith. Because the truth is, no one else can walk your road. No one else can live your dream. No one else can fulfill your destiny. Your journey is yours alone. And that's what makes it beautiful. There will come a time in your life when the noise fades, when the support you once depended on disappears, and when all that's left is you and your dream. That silence, the space where no one claps for you, no one checks on you, and no one offers a helping hand, is not your enemy, it is your teacher. Because silence precedes success. Every great success story begins in silence. Every person who's ever achieved something extraordinary has walked through seasons where it felt like no one cared, no one understood, and no one believed. But it is in those quiet seasons that character is built. It is in those lonely nights that the foundation of greatness is formed. Success doesn't come from noise, it comes from consistency, the kind that grows stronger when no one is watching. You see, the problem with most people is that they want to be celebrated before they start. They want the applause before they've earned it. But life doesn't work that way. The applause comes after the effort. The recognition comes after the work. And the respect comes after the results. Until then, you must learn to walk through silence with faith that the noise will come in due time. When no one supports you, support yourself. When no one believes in you, believe in yourself. When no one claps for you, clap for your own progress. Because every single small step you take in silence is a brick in the foundation of your success. One day, the world will see the results of what you built when no one was watching. But that will only happen if you keep moving forward when no one notices. Think about a seed planted in the soil. It spends days, weeks, sometimes months underground, in complete darkness, unseen, uncelebrated, but that's where the real growth happens. The roots dig deep, the stem strengthens, and the foundation becomes unshakable. Then, one day, it breaks through the surface, and the world finally sees the beauty it has become. Your life works the same way. The dark seasons are not punishment, they are preparation. The silence is not emptiness, it is development. So don't rush the process. Don't despise the quiet moments. They are shaping you into someone the noise of the world can't break. When you are working in silence, you are building muscles others can't see. Mental toughness, emotional stability, and spiritual endurance. Those are the qualities that separate dreamers from achievers. The truth is, silence filters out the weak. It reveals who's serious and who's not. Many people talk about their goals, but only a few stay consistent when no one is watching. It's easy to be motivated when you have support, but real strength is found when you push forward without it. When you choose discipline over doubt, commitment over comfort, and faith over fear, that's when success starts to chase you. There will be moments when your efforts seem invisible. You'll give your best, and still, no one will acknowledge it. You'll stay up late, work hard, and sacrifice while others rest, yet you'll feel unseen. But understand this, silence is not a sign that nothing is happening. It's a sign that something powerful is growing. The universe rewards quiet persistence. God honors hidden effort. The results might not come overnight, but they are being written in the background of your dedication. One day, everything you're doing now will make sense. One day, people will call you lucky, not knowing the countless hours you spent in silence. They'll see your success, but never understand the struggle. They'll admire your strength, but never realize the loneliness it took to build it. That's why you must stay humble and grounded. Remember that the same silence that once tested you also built you. Keep your faith strong. Keep your vision clear. When it's quiet, that's not the time to quit. That's the time to prepare. Work harder. Train deeper. Study more. Pray more. Build more. Let your results make the noise. Because when your moment comes, it will be too loud for anyone to ignore. Don't be afraid to be alone. Don't be afraid of being unseen. Every champion once trained in silence. Every leader once walked through doubt. Every success story began in a season where it felt like nothing was working. But they kept moving. They kept believing. They kept building when no one cared. And that's why they became unstoppable. So if you're in that silent season right now, don't lose heart. You're not being forgotten. You're being formed. The quiet you feel isn't the end of your story. It's the beginning of your breakthrough. Keep showing up. Keep working. Keep believing. Because when the time is right, the same silence that once surrounded you will echo with the sound of your success. Silence precedes success. And if you can stay faithful through the quiet, your victory will speak so loudly the world will never forget your name. There comes a moment in everyone's life when you must make a choice to wait for others to understand your dream or to move forward alone with faith in your heart. The truth is, not everyone will see what you see. Not everyone will share your vision, your passion, or your hunger to achieve something greater. And that's okay, because sometimes the path to greatness is a lonely one. When you decide to chase something extraordinary, the world won't always clap for you. People will doubt you, misunderstand you, or even walk away when you need them the most. But that's where the magic begins. When you stop waiting for approval and start believing in yourself. You don't need a crowd to validate your purpose. You just need the courage to take the first step, even if no one walks beside you. Doing it alone doesn't mean you're against people. It doesn't mean you push everyone away. It means you've realized that your purpose is personal. It's not meant to be shared or understood by everyone. The dream inside you was planted there for a reason, and it's your job to protect it, nurture it, and bring it to life. Others may not understand your sacrifices, but they're not supposed to, because it's not their vision. It's yours. In the silence of solitude, you will meet the strongest version of yourself. When no one is watching, when no one is clapping, when there's no applause, that's when real character is built. The world only sees the finished product, the success story, the glory. But it's in those lonely nights, those unseen hours of struggle and doubt, that greatness is formed. Think about every great achiever, every world changer, every leader who left a mark. They all walked alone at some point. They were mocked, doubted, and abandoned. But they didn't quit. They didn't stop because no one believed in them. They kept going because they believed in themselves. That's what it takes, unshakable faith in your purpose, even when the world is silent. Solitude isn't punishment, it's preparation. It's the universe testing your commitment before giving you the reward. It's God asking, will you still believe when no one else does? Because if you can walk through the storm alone, if you can keep going when you have nothing but faith, Then you become unstoppable. Yes, it's painful. It's not easy to be the one who keeps moving when others give up. It's not easy to carry a dream when the world calls you crazy. But that's exactly what separates the ordinary from the extraordinary. The ones who do it alone don't need permission. They don't wait for motivation. They build their own fire in the dark. When you walk alone, you learn things about yourself that no comfort zone could ever teach you. You learn resilience, patience, and self-belief. You realize that you don't need constant validation to feel worthy. You become your own source of strength. And once you've walked alone through the storm, you'll never fear being alone again, because you'll know that solitude made you powerful. One day, people will see your success and call you lucky. They'll see your strength and call it natural. But they won't see the nights you spent in silence, the tears you wiped away in the dark, the moments you almost gave up but didn't. They'll never understand how many times you chose to keep walking when your legs were shaking. But you'll know. You'll remember every step of that lonely road. And that's what will make victory so much sweeter. So, if you're walking alone right now, don't be discouraged. Don't mistake solitude for failure. You are not lost. You are being refined. Every lonely night, every unanswered prayer, every setback is shaping you into someone stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Keep going, even when no one notices. Because one day, the same people who doubted you will quote your words, follow your path, and admire your strength. Doing it alone is not a curse. It's a blessing in disguise. It's a sacred process that strips away your doubts and builds your confidence. It teaches you that your worth doesn't depend on who walks beside you, but on who you become when you walk alone. So stop waiting for someone to understand your vision. Stop waiting for the right moment, the perfect partner, or the approval of others. The right moment is now. The right person is you. The right path is the one that challenges you to grow. Stand tall. Be brave. Walk forward, even if no one follows, because once you learn to do it alone, you'll discover something powerful. You were never truly alone. Strength, faith, and purpose were always walking with you. Keep moving, keep believing. One day, the same silence that tested you will become the applause that celebrates you. Would you like me to now add the SEO-friendly description? 20 hashtags, 10 keywords, and 10 tags all in lowercase like your previous speeches. You said, expand it in 800 words without heading your journey is yours alone. ChatGPT said title, do it alone, powerful motivational speech. No, Billy Graham. There comes a time in life when you realize that not everyone is meant to walk with you on your journey. Some people will encourage you, others will doubt you, and many will leave halfway. But the truth is, your journey is yours alone. No one else was given your vision, your purpose, or your calling. It's your responsibility to carry it, protect it, and bring it to life. When you start chasing something bigger than yourself, you'll notice that the road begins to narrow. The noise fades. The support you once had begins to disappear. And that's when you begin to understand that growth requires separation. You can't move into your future if you're still depending on others to push you there. You have to walk your path, even if you walk it alone. Doing it alone doesn't mean isolation. It means independence. It means standing strong in your faith when no one believes in your dream. It means trusting your vision when others can't see it yet. It means waking up every day with the discipline to move forward, even when there's no applause, no recognition, and no one saying, keep going. Because the truth is, your dream doesn't need a crowd, it just needs your commitment. Too many people give up because they expect others to understand their journey. But your calling wasn't given to them. It was given to you. They weren't there when you felt that spark in your soul, when you heard that inner voice telling you that you were made for more. So don't expect everyone to see it. They can't. They're not supposed to. And that's perfectly fine. You have to reach a point where your determination outweighs your dependence. You must stop waiting for someone to walk with you. Start walking with purpose, even if it's only your shadow beside you. That's what it means to truly believe in yourself, to take responsibility for your own destiny. Every great person who changed the world had to walk their own path. They didn't wait for a team to believe in them before they began. They started with faith, courage, and the willingness to be misunderstood. The path to greatness is not crowded because most people give up when it gets hard, when it gets quiet, or when they realize they have to walk alone. But those who keep going despite the silence, those who move forward when no one is watching, those are the ones who leave their mark. They understand that solitude is not a punishment, but preparation. It's in the lonely seasons of your journey that you develop the strength, wisdom, and resilience needed to handle what's waiting for you at the finish line. You'll face moments of doubt, times when you question if you're doing the right thing, if your efforts are worth it, or if you should just quit. But remember, you're not walking in circles, you're climbing. And the higher you climb, the fewer people you'll find. That's not loneliness, that's progress. Because the top is never crowded. Sometimes you'll be misunderstood, mocked, or even rejected. People will say you've changed, and you will have, because growth changes you. Don't apologize for outgrowing what no longer serves you. Don't shrink to fit into places you've already outgrown. You were not created to stay comfortable. You were created to fulfill a purpose. And that purpose may require walking roads no one has walked before. When you walk your journey alone, you discover who you really are. You find out what you're capable of. You learn how strong your faith truly is. You realize that you don't need constant approval or validation to stay motivated. You learn that the same God who planted the dream inside you also gave you the strength to see it through, even if no one helps you. One day, the same people who doubted you will look at your success and wonder how you did it. They'll call you lucky, not knowing how many lonely nights you spent working, how many silent battles you fought, or how many times you kept going when everything in you wanted to stop. They'll see your victory, but they'll never understand the journey. That's the beauty of doing it alone. It gives meaning to your success. Because when you finally reach your destination, you'll know it was your faith, your discipline, and your perseverance that got you there. You'll look back and thank yourself for not giving up when it was hard, for believing when no one else did, and for trusting your vision when others couldn't see it. So if you're walking alone right now, keep walking. You're not behind, you're being prepared. You're not forgotten, you're being molded. You're not lost, you're being led towards something greater. Every step you take in solitude is bringing you closer to the person you're meant to become. Don't wait for anyone to walk your path with you. Don't wait for support, for validation, or for understanding. This is your race. This is your purpose. This is your moment. The road may be lonely, but it's leading you exactly where you're meant to go. And one day, when you look back, you'll realize that walking alone wasn't the hardest thing you ever did. It was the most powerful. because it taught you that you never needed anyone to believe in you as long as you believed in yourself. Keep your faith strong, your heart steady, and your vision clear. Do it alone if you must, because your journey is yours and yours alone.